Hello everyone. In this part of the video, I am going to discuss about two important network theorems, network law that is called Kirchhoff current law and Kirchhoff voltage law. And after that, I will discuss some numerical also based on Kirchhoff current law. So this is Kirchhoff current law. It was described in 1845 by German physicist. Kirchhoff current law is the one of the fundamental law used for circuit analysis. This is very fundamental law for the circuit analysis purpose. This his current law states that for a parallel path, the total current entering is equal to total current leaving the same junction. This is because it has no other place to go as no charge is lost. Means this law is also giving the concept about the conservation of charges. So Kirchhoff current law is the first law that deals with the conservation of charge entering and leaving the junction. This is very simple law. You have already studied in your class 12 that suppose this is a junction and let it there is a four uh, wires connected here, and here if I1 current is going outside, I2 also going outside, I3 coming inside, and I4 coming inside. So all sum of the all current at this junction is 0. This is the junction. Means I1 plus I2. This is the outgoing current taken as positive. So incoming current will be taken as negative. So I3 minus I4 will be equal to 0. This is called Kirchhoff current law. Some numerical I will see later. So the concept will be more clear by using the sum of the numerical. Means the thing is that incoming current is equal to sum of incoming current, means I1 plus I2 will be equal to I3 plus I4. Means sum of incoming current is equal to sum of outgoing current. This is our incoming current and this is our outgoing current. So sum of incoming current is equal to sum of outgoing current. This is called Kirchhoff current law. Same scientist, physicist, Kirchhoff voltage law described in 1845 by German physicist. Kirchhoff voltage law or KVL states that in any closed loop network, the total voltage around the loop is equal to the sum of all the voltages drop within the same loop, which is also equal to 0. In other words, the algebraic sum of all the voltages within the loop must be equal to 0. So sum of all the voltages in a closed loop must be 0. This law is also deals with the conservation of energy. This also gives with the conservation of energy. So this law I will also discuss through some numerical examples. Some of the voltages around a closed loop is 0, and there I will also discuss some sign convention and application of Ohm's law will be also discussed here. So let us see how we will solve this question. How we'll apply these two law to solve the numerical example based on the Kirchhoff current law and Kirchhoff voltage. So this is our problem. The circuit is given like this. I1 current is coming inside 3I2. This is the current dependent current source or current controlled current source. Means this current is depending on the this I2 value. So this is called current dependent current source. Its value is depending on I2. Here I4 we do not know. I4 current is coming outside, I3 also coming outside, I2 is coming inside. This current is also going outside. So first of all, we have to make a sign convention to solve this problem. Sign convention. Sign convention is that you can assign outgoing current to be positive. So incoming current will be negative. So incoming current will be negative. This is not a this is not a mandatory that you can take only outgoing as positive. You can take, if you take this negative, it will be positive. So now you write Kirchhoff current law at this junction. So I1 is incoming current. So incoming current we have assigned as negative. So incoming current is I1. So it is minus I1. Then this I2 is also incoming. So I2 is also negative. And this current is 3. I2 is positive going outside. I4 is also going outside. So it will be positive. And this I3 is also going outside. So it will be also positive, which is now it is equal to 0. So now you put the value whatever given here. I1 is given as here 4. So I have put the value I1 as 4. Now I2 value is not given directly. Here the resistance is given and voltage we have to find V2. We do not know its value voltage. So I just write here as I2 because I2 value is not given, plus 3 I2 plus I4. So you can see here the voltage V4 is given here. V4 is 8 volt. So from Ohm's law, voltage by resistance, voltage is 8 by resistance is 4. So I4 is 8 by 4 plus I3. Here we can see I3, V3 is given 3 volt and this resistance is 3 ohm. So I3 will be 3 divided by 3 ohms law equal to 0. So from here we can find the value of I2. So I2 we can find here, if it is 2, it is 1, 2 and 1, 3, and this is 4. So minus 4 and plus 3 will be minus 1, and going this side it will be plus 1. So here 2I2 equal to 1. This implies that I2 equal to 1 by 2 equal to 0.5 ampere. So now current is known, so we can find the value of voltage. So we can find the value of voltage V2 by using this value I2. So here we can see that the voltage V2 is now I2 multiplied by 2. The resistance is here from Ohm's law, voltage equal to current multiplied by resistance. So current is 0.5 and volt resistance is 2. So it is 1 volt. So now using Kirchhoff current law, we can find the value of voltage. In similar way, we will also use Kirchhoff Kirchhoff voltage law to find the current in the circuit. So another problem is here. So applying using KVL, Kirchhoff voltage law, using Kirchhoff voltage law, find current in the given circuit. So we have to calculate the current using the Kirchhoff. In this problem, V1 is given as 6 volt, I2 current here is given as 2 ampere, I3 is the current flowing here, it is given as 4 ampere. We have to find the value of the I4, means current here, using the Kirchhoff voltage law. So means if we apply Kirchhoff voltage law, we find the value of current. If you use the Kirchhoff current law, we find the voltage. So starting from any place here, and we have to make a closed path. Suppose it is A, B, C, D, and A. Up using KVL for closed path, A, B, C, D, A. We can go in either clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. I am going from here, A, B, C, D, A. We can also go A, B, C, D, A. The answer will be same. So using the Kirchhoff voltage law, here sign convention is very important. Voltage drop. Two things will be there. Voltage drop means if we move from positive to negative terminal, then voltage will be drop, and voltage rise means going from negative to positive is termed as voltage rise. So universally adopted method is the voltage drop is taken as positive and voltage rise is taken as negative. Voltage rise is taken negative and voltage drop is taken as positive. The logic is that we are moving from positive to negative. So first we meet positive, so take it as positive. And in case of voltage rise, we moving from negative to positive, so take it as negative because first we encounter as negative, so take it negative. If you take opposite thing also, answer will be same. Answer does not affect. If you take voltage drop as negative, then you have to take voltage rise as positive. But for simplicity and other applications, it is better to take as voltage drop as positive. Means going from positive to negative, take it positive, and going from negative to positive, take it as negative. So applying this law, we can write equation, that equation from here. If I am going A to B, first we meet positive, so write positive V1. Again we meet here positive, so write positive V4. Now we are meeting negative, so write negative here for I2. Now we are moving from negative to positive, so write it as negative V3. Means we are facing first negative, so write it negative. Again came here, now going here, we are meeting first positive, so write positive. V2 equal to 0. So this is the voltage. Make it convenient. It is a convenient method. Means here voltage drop is taken positive. And another way you can say first we are encountering here positive terminal, so it is written as positive. Here first positive we meet, so write it positive V4. Here first we meet negative, so write it in negative. This is a voltage source, but depending on current. So this is called current dependent or current controlled voltage source. This is current controlled. It is controlled by I2. Here I2 is given. So if we change I2, here voltage will change. So now we can see from the given data, V1 is given as 6. So we can write 6 here plus V4. V4 is how much? V4 is the voltage here. V4 Ohm's law. I4 multiplied by resistance. I4 is given or not? Not given. We have to find I4. So write it as V4. Now I'm coming here, minus 4 into I2. I2 is given here 2. You can see here I2 is given as 2. So 4 multiplied by 2 is written here. Now I am coming here. So V3 minus V3. V3 is how much? So current is I3. I3 is given as 4 ampere. Resistance is given as 2. So Ohm's law, current multiplied by resistance is voltage here. Now we go to V2. So I2 is given as 2 and resistance is 2. So from Ohm's law, this is plus 2 multiplied by 2 equal to 0. So from here we can find the value of V4. So it will be 6 plus V4 minus 8 plus 4 equal to 0. 8, 8, 16, and this will be 10. So it will be 6. So V4 will be equal to 6 volt. Is it correct? So 16 minus 16 and plus 10, it will be 6, and 6 goes here, so it will be positive. So now V4, from here we can write V4 from again Ohm's law. So V4 is how much? I4 current multiplied by resistance is 3 equal to 6. So from here we can find the value of I4, which is equal to 2 ampere. So using Ohm's law, here also we have applied the Ohm's law all the places, and in Kirchhoff current law also we have used the Ohm's law. So using the Kirchhoff current law, Kirchhoff voltage law, we are getting the value of current, and using the Kirchhoff current law, we are getting the value of the voltage. So this is very simple example where we have used dependent and independent sources also. So these two problems are taken from Nagrath book. I will also take some more problem from the Fitzgerald book. That two more problem I will discuss in next lecture. So thank you for watching this video.